It's always fun. It's always me having a good time. Me, doing what we do here. However, I've got to find this. This is the most fantastic email that I have gotten fairly recently. Now, as you know, I recently won a court case for First Amendment freedom of speech. We won that. The judge said First Amendment freedom of speech. He threw the case out. That's not what this video is about, or this audio, because, of course, we're going to put this on our, over there on the Quad Pod. We got set up, I believe. I not like set up like someone, But as you know, about, God, what was it? About a year ago, we did an interview with Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell, of course, is commonly referred to as Pillow by people like David Pakman. And this is a perfect photo of Mike Lindell. I'm going to put this up here so you can see just exactly what I'm talking about. Mike Lindell went out and look at this freaking photo of this guy. As you can see there, he looks totally confused, because that's what I look like when I got the email this morning from his people. But Mike Lindell, commonly referred to as Pillow, because of the My Pillows, he created a website called frankspeech.com. And he was in the process of setting up setting up the website and doing all these things. And so he went ahead and set up us on a video account. So we went ahead and started posting interviews, content, everything over there with these guys. And I've got to show you this. This is hilarious. This logo is absolutely hilarious. The voice of free speech. There it is. Frank Speech. The voice of free speech. That's what they say. Well, I got an email earlier today. Well, I sent an email to the people that run Frank Speech, because we had been uploading content to their website for a number of months. And we've interviewed all sorts of conservatives, right-wingers, all sorts of people who are huge, big tech censorship. Oh my God, big tech is censoring people. So I have been putting all sorts of things up on their website. So Frank Speech stopped letting us upload content about, 3-4 months ago. Now, we had uploaded such interviews as things we had done with IQ Rizzoli. We had interviews with Dan Perkins. We had uploaded interviews all over the place. Frank Speech, independent, the voice of free speech. It's even in their header on the. It's even in their slogan. They're the voice of free speech. FrankSpeech.com. So we started to not be able to upload things. So then this morning I get an email. I sent an email off, and I said, hey, what's going on over there? Why can't we upload things? I get an email. Let's go look at this email. This is the greatest thing in the world I have seen in a long time. Here we go. Frank Speech Access, Robin Cochran. Good evening. I know you've had questions about your access to Frank Speech, and I must apologize we haven't had the opportunity to respond until now. Unfortunately, your access has been revoked due to complaints regarding language used in your videos. I'm sorry to have to provide that unwelcome information to you, but I do wish you the best of luck, Jiggy. Sincerely, Robin Cochran. My response was no problem. I'm just glad the independent free speech platform that is Frank Speech went ahead and banned someone that's a conservative right-wing broadcaster on the basis of freedom of speech. Remember, let's look at it. Frank Speech, the voice of free speech. We're going to go ahead and keep that up there because I love that. Frank Speech, the voice of free speech. So, I can't believe this is even a real thing. Frank Speech was set up based upon the fact that it is a First Amendment voice of free speech. You see it on the screen. If you go to frankspeech.com, you're going to see it in their logo. The voice of free speech. However, unfortunately, your access has been revoked due to complaints regarding language in your videos. Language. Language. Voice of free speech. Language. So what do we learn from this? See, I'm always about, I got to learn something. I got to learn something. You know, you take the first, you take the first 10 minutes here and you go, okay, it's funny. You know, the independent voice of free speech banned somebody based upon freedom of speech. I get that. That's fine. What's even funnier is that I won a court case last Friday because of free speech. So, what do we learn here? We need to go in and we need to learn something here. I'm all about learning things. By the way, if you want to see where our videos are uploaded or you want to continue to see me, Rumble, Clout Hub, BitChute, Facebook video, and sometimes YouTube have our videos. And of course, our videos are always posted to JIGGYJGUAR.com. JiggyJaguar.com. So what happens here? Frank Speech, the voice of free speech, bans Jiggy Jaguar because of freedom of speech. Now, here's the real thing. Here's the real issue. Oh. This is even better. Look at this. This is even better. Holy smokes. They have an About Frank page. They have an About Frank page on frankspeech.com, the voice of free speech, which I was just banned from because of language and speech. Free speech is one of the hallmarks of our constitutional republic. As enshrined in the Bill of Rights, it is no coincidence that the nations that have free speech also have a free enterprise system, freedom of religion. Inversely, nations that deny free speech tread upon the free enterprise system and freedom of religion. Americans want to remain free. Americans are craving news and information that is not filtered through the radical worldview of today's liberal media, intelligentsia, or the deep state actors. Frank, the voice of free speech. Look at that. Let's highlight that if you're watching us on video. Frank, the voice of free speech, will be the platform for Americans who want to defend life, liberty, and all the freedoms that have marked America as the longest-running constitutional republic in the world. On this platform, you will find a home where you can post videos, live stream television, distribute news and information, and find community and fellowship with like-minded Americans. Frank will be the home for major influencers to micro-influencers to average Americans wanting to share in the constitutional right, hold on, wait for it, of freedom of speech and freedom of expression. We hope you will join our community and let freedom ring. Frank Speech, the home of freedom of speech. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, wait for it. Your access to the website has been revoked due to complaints regarding language. The voice of freedom of speech. So what do we learn here? Well, first of all, we learn that it doesn't matter if you're a conservative, right-wing, I want freedom of speech. Well, except stuff we don't like. Or if you're left-wing, oh, we just want rights. Except, well, we don't want people to criticize us. So, here's the deal. I don't, as far as any of this stuff goes, none of this is going to impact where we go and what we do. None of this will impact anything. This will not impact us to move forward doing videos. This will not impact us moving forward to do radio programs. This will not affect our ability to book guests on this show. None of that will take place. It's a situation of they're not really First Amendment freedom of speech, folks. Now, something else that is sort of interesting. We're going to see if this is still up and running. I still have a profile on Frank Speech. Look at this. I still have a profile on Frank Speech. I still have videos on Frank Speech. As you can see on the screen, if you're watching us on video, I have a profile, I have a video. Dr. Nick Delgado, Linda Radke, Jane Marla Robbins, Miss Kansas. We have podcasts. We have our interview with the founder of Frank Speech, Mike Lindell. Pam Oakes, the auto repair expert. Dan Perkins. I have a series up there, the Jiggy Jaguar program and the Jiggy Jaguar radio show. We have... it returned 30 results. This is just amazing to me. Frank Speech, the home of free speech. Wait, I shouldn't say that because that is not their official title. Their official title is the voice of free speech, Frank Speech. So, what can we learn from this? Let's look at this. I'm all about learning and educating, as they say. What we can learn here is that it doesn't matter if you're a conservative or you're a progressive or you're a liberal or you're a Democrat or you're Republican or you're right wing or any of this stuff. If they don't like what you're saying, they will take your speech away from you. Now, I also believe that this is not a Mike Lindell decision. I don't believe that Mike Lindell would go and censor someone on his own platform because of First Amendment freedom of speech. I don't think that would be the case. However, Frank Speech censors speech. Now, in the long run, this is not going to bother us. This is not going to be a situation where I drone on about it. Like, for instance, when I was working in Wichita, Kansas, at Steckline Communications, the big talker, KQAM, 1480, the big talker. Now, they, of course, run all these conservative First Amendment, type things. Stackline Communications. And all the people that work there, oh my God, the Mid-America ad network. MidAmericaNetwork.com is supposedly their website. So here's where this goes. Here's kind of where this goes. When I was at KQAM, we had a topic one day. We did a phone topic about the Wichita public transit system. And I said that people have to get to work so they can pay taxes. I was then hauled in to Greg Steckline, the owner of the station's office, Or no, I wasn't hauled into his office. I was hauled into the GM's office after the show was over with. And I was given stats as to their listening audience. And I was told that they are a right-wing conservative talk radio station. And that paying your taxes is a liberal progressive issue. So I was too progressive liberal Democrat for the right-wing radio station in Wichita, Kansas. I then, several months later, went down the road and helped get established and get launched K-Sun Radio, which was one of those black power, fist in the air, we want to do progressive change. We need to fight for our rights. The black community needs to be respected. And I was told by the old white guy who was running the radio station at the time by the name of John, that they had discovered some audio somewhere of me and that I was too conservative right-wing for the progressive talk liberal Democrat radio station. So at the time, I thought, okay, here's two parts. I'm right in the middle. I'm too right-wing for the progressives, and I'm too progressive for the right wing. I'm in the middle, which, you know, guys like Bill O'Reilly always talk about, well, I'm in the middle of things, when he's really not. Or you've got guys like Glenn Beck or Ed Schultz or any of these people who go, well, I'm just in the middle. And they weren't in the middle. They identified with a certain side. Well, apparently, I am too free speech for the free speech website. This is absolutely amazing. And I just had to share that with you folks. I just had to I just had to share that with you folks today here on the program. So next week, or the next time that you see us, we will apparently be banned from our free speech from Frank's speech. The First Amendment freedom of speech website. Now, as we wrap up here, we've got a little bit of time before we wrap up the show this week. Here is my attitude on what happened with Frank's speech. Mike Lindell's not really running the website. Mike Lindell might have a hand in things. Mike Lindell might, have a hand at things. And Mike might be, doing certain things. But here's the deal. There is someone else running the website. There's someone else running things over there. They are never going to reveal themselves. Mike Lindell is always going to be the guy that is out front, that is part of the website, where everyone's like, oh, Mike Lindell. Well, okay, so I sent out a email to all of the people that I deal with on a regular basis who are kind of right-wing. And I told them, I said, I just had to share a story with you guys. As everybody knows, I interviewed Mike Lindell's he's the My Pillow guy. He's also a big proponent of this thing called Frank speech. Well, he went ahead and gave me an account when he first opened the website to post videos and interviews like this on his Freedom of Speech First Amendment website. No one would be censored. So about a month ago, I strangely could not log into the website. I want to get ahead and get a hold of the people that operate the Frank Speech website. No one's opinions will be silenced, just like the mainstream media. That's what they say. So today I finally got an email back from the technical support people. Apparently access to my account at Frank Speech to post freedom of speech ideas and videos was revoked because of the fact that some of my guests and some of my people used the speech they didn't really agree with. So let me get this straight. Conservative right-wing broadcasting person, the website's called Frank Speech. However, they did not like the speech that I was using on their platform. I guess it really doesn't matter if you're a lefty or you're a righty. Everybody loves to censor the speech. I figured you guys would get a chuckle, and I will talk to all you guys later. So I had various people get back with me. I had one person get back with me that said that, hey, this is not the first example of me being banned from Frank Speech that she has heard. And she is a conservative radio guest booker. Then our good friend IQ Al Rizzoli joins us and says, dear friend, as an outsider, it is obvious that I seem to know about the USA more about the USA than Americans. I shall repeat so that you will understand where I'm coming from. Since Obama, and most assuredly under Biden and anti-American Democrats, the USA has degenerated into a banana republic. Now, he, of course, goes on and tells me that, this is his view on things, which that's IQ's view on things. But here's the bottom line. This is a funny story, and this is something that we will continue to make fun of and make light of as we move forward here. I thank you for listening to me this long. If you are a fan of this video and you found this on video, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, give us all that stuff that people do on social media. If you're not a fan of me and you're not a fan of the video, thanks for listening to us this long. So that is that. Spanos Prazik app. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.